Have you ever been blamed for something just because you were born? My mom died during childbirth, and my dad never let me forget it. Growing up, he'd look at me with cold eyes and mutter that I took away the love of his life. On my birthdays, instead of cake and presents, he'd lock himself in his room with a bottle of whiskey. My grandmother practically raised me. She was the only one who made me feel like I deserved to exist. Every time dad called me a murderer, she'd hold me close and tell me I was perfect just the way I was. But when I turned 13, she passed away from a heart attack. After that, it was just me and dad. The drinking got worse. He'd stumble home at 3 a.m., wake me up just to remind me that mom would still be alive if I hadn't been born. I started spending nights at the public library until closing time, just to avoid being home. One evening when I was 15, I came home to find all of mom's photos scattered across the living room floor. Dad was sitting there, tears streaming down his face, clutching her wedding dress. When he saw me, something snapped. He grabbed my arm and dragged me to the bathroom mirror. "Look at yourself," he slurred. "You have her eyes, her smile. Every time I see your face, I'm reminded of what you took from me." He made me sleep in the garage that night, said he couldn't stand looking at me anymore. I learned to survive on my own, got a job at the local diner, saved every penny. The waitresses there became my family. They'd slip me extra food, teach me how to do my laundry, help me with homework. One of them, Angela, even taught me how to drive. When I turned 17, I found a box in the attic while dad was passed out drunk. Inside were letters mom had written while pregnant. As I read them, my hands started shaking. She had a rare heart condition. Doctors warned her the pregnancy could kill her, but she chose to have me anyway. The last letter was addressed to me. "My beautiful baby," she wrote. "If you're reading this, it means I didn't make it, but please know this was my choice. Your father begged me to terminate, but I couldn't. I already loved you too much. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for being alive. You were wanted. You were chosen. You were loved before you took your first breath." I copied the letters and left the originals on dad's bed, packed my bags that night, and moved in with Angela, who'd been trying to convince me to leave for months. Dad showed up at the diner a week later, sober for the first time in years. He tried to apologize, said he'd read the letters and realized what he'd done, promised to get help, go to rehab, be a real father. But 17 years of blame and hatred don't disappear with one apology. Last month, he had a heart attack. The hospital called me since I was still his emergency contact. The doctor said he was asking for me. When I walked into his room, he started crying, begging me to forgive him. I looked at him, this broken man who'd made me hate myself for simply existing, and felt nothing. I placed mom's letters on his bedside table and said, "She chose me, she loved me enough to die for me, and you made me wish I'd never been born." The nurses told me he flatlined that night. At the funeral, his sister tried to guilt me for not being there when he died. I just handed her mom's letters and walked away.